Guys and girls, it's know it time!
Alright guys, today the next lesson I'm going to teach you is basically solving radical equations. Good question. Is your quiz on this? Say my name. No, the actual answer is yes. I was going to say no, but no. I was like, yeah, it's on it. My name's not no. Solving radical. The answer is yes. It will be on it also. Radical equations. On your homework, if it says cubic functions, ignore it for now, please. Because I'm going to teach you cubic later. For now, I want you to focus on square roots. Cube roots will be dealt with tomorrow. I want you to master square roots. Cube roots are a bit more tricky. Solving radical equations. Before I can teach you how to solve radical equations, I'm going to teach you basically how to find restrictions. Because in your book it asks you about this thing called restrictions. And a lot of you say, huh? How do I do that? For example, in order to understand restrictions, you need to know a few basic concepts. If I punch in square root of 9 on my calculator, Crystal, what's the square root of 9? Oh, no, you don't need a calculator. No, what's the square root of 9, Serena? Oh, positive negative 3, thank you. Square root of 9 is positive negative 3, which is easy. Square root of 0. Darren, what's the square root of 0? 0, correct. What's the square root of negative 4? Pavin. Plus Harmeet, square root of negative 4. Plus 4, negative 4. Yuraj. Ah, that's what I'm waiting for. No answer. No answer. Guys, gals, the reason why punch in your calculator right now. So I'm going to say, Mr. That's a lie. There is. Okay, so let's grab your calculator right now. Doot. So let's punch in square root. Make sure you have negative 4. And if you hit your, it should say error. So by this, so let's try another one. Square root. Can you close the door, Ruby, please? Negative 16. Jessica, square root of negative 16. Again, no solution. So would you agree, then, let's write a few things down. Based on my examples that I've given you, let's write a star. You can only square root 0 or greater. From my example, you cannot square root negative numbers. You can only have a square root of any number greater than 0. If I give you a question like this, root x, they're going to ask you find the restriction. Now, finding the restriction really is, look at the square root. I'm going to highlight this radicand, which is this root x. Whatever that is, that has to be greater than or equal to. So your restriction is x is greater than or equal to 0. That's what I just taught you. Your radicand must, so when you work with restrictions, I set my radicand to be greater than or equal to 0. No tricks, just the way it's simple. Some of you say, Mr. That's easy. Guys, gals, good luck with this. If you think you're a hot shot, try this. Oh, super no. Plus 999. Find your restriction. I'm going to pause it and let you try. To find your restrictions, remember, we only focus on the radicand that has an x in it. Highlight the stuff right here. I don't care about the 999. I have 99 problems, right? I don't care about that. Okay? So if you're a rapper, you should understand the joke. I go 2x minus 4. I set it to be greater than or equal to 0. Because when we work with restrictions, it has to be greater than or equal to 0. Take a minute to solve for x. That's all we're going to do today. Well, not really. This is a bit more complex. 2x greater than or equal to 4. x is greater than or equal to 2, and that's called restrictions. Hey, this is easy. This is easier than dividing. Guys, gals, a bit more challenging. Good luck. We'll have a number out here, 5 times negative 2x plus 4 minus 10. Find your restrictions. I'm going to pause it and let you have a crack. If you're lost, I just focus on the radicand. Alright, guys, set up. So I go negative 2x plus 4 greater than or equal to 0. See, I set it to always greater than or equal to 0. I take my time, no rush. Now, here comes the tricky part. Back in grade 10, your teacher taught you something. When you divide by negative 2 or any negative number, the sign switches. That's what. Oh, I taught you last week? Wow, I was that good of a teacher? I taught you this? So, guys, gals, the sign switches. X. Oh, I know where. You were at home lunch. That's what. Guys, gals, that's called working with restrictions. But that's too easy. That's not our lesson today. Our lesson today is not about restrictions. It's just the basics. How to solve radical equations. Yeah, it's not a quiz. Oh, yeah. Root x. I'll start out with easy. Easy. Root x equals to 5. Solve for x. Sorry? Easy. See, when you have a square root, to get rid of the square root, what you're going to do is you're going to square both sides. I squared. And I squared. That gives you x equals to 25. See, no tricks. What if I give you this?
So on test, if you write x equals 5 squared.
Yep. No, it's fine. X plus 4 equals to 9. Same concept, same approach. I haven't done anything new. I just added one. Again, this is so easy. Okay. So what I'm going to do is you have one square root. I want to get rid of that square root. To get rid of that square root again, look what I'm going to do. Squared. Squared. See? Keep it simple. That gives you x plus 4 equals to 81. Now, I move the 4 to the right side. X equals to 81 minus 4. Darsho, 81 minus 4 is 77. See, guys, gals, again, pretty easy. There's no challenge. I'm going to make it a bit more cheesy. Cheesy this time. Good luck. What if I go 5 plus root 21, sorry, not 21, root 2x minus 1 equals to 12. Now, before you solve this, this is what you should always do. Write a star. Star. Before you solve any radical equations, this is crucial. You solve. I didn't do this before, but I'm going to write this down. Any radical equation you must. This is a key. Underline the word must. If you don't do this, the whole thing is wrong. Find your restrictions first. Your restrictions. There are no exceptions to this rule whatsoever. Before I solve this question right now, I want you to write down what is your restriction going to be. It has a huge role in your answer later. I'm going to show you how. Guys, just with the person beside you, find your restriction right now. Restriction. Restriction is 2x minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. So Samuel, what's your restriction going to be? Greater or equal to 1 over 2. Nope, it doesn't matter. I'm going to write a few things. This means that your answer must, there's no exceptions to this rule, be larger than 0.5. I can't have an answer smaller than 0.5 according to my restriction. Once you have your restriction done, I want you to go ahead, solve it on your own now. You have 5 plus root 2x minus 1 equals to 12. I'm going to pause it. If I look at this, in every question I did so far, I only have one square root symbol on the left side, but I have a number here. Let's drag the 5 to the right side. I have 2x minus 1. Wait, way too noisy. Settle down. I'm going to square both sides. Squared, squared, and that gives you 2x minus 1 equals to 49. 2x equals to 50, and your answer is 25. Now, here's before you submit your answer, star. Always check your answer. People lose marks right here. Check your answer with your restriction. You gotta check it with the restriction. My restriction says 25 is greater than 0.5, so we know this answer works. And we just circle that. Try this one, a bit more challenging. Can I give you the, are you ready to supernode that? Guys, gals, good luck. I'll give you another supernode question. Good luck. Supernode that formula. Doot, doot. Number 2. I'm feeling generous today, so I'll give you another one. Show me full work. N minus 5 minus n equals to negative 7. I'm going to pause it. But before I start, let's work with my restrictions first, because I always ask for restrictions on the exam. So I go 5 minus n is greater than or equal to 0. Minus n is greater than or equal to negative 5. I know my first thing is n has to be less than 5. That's my restrictions. My answer, we know it has to be guaranteed less than 5. Now, the problem is, some of you say, Mr. No, what do you do? Like, I haven't seen this before. So, there's many ways of approaching this problem. Let's bring this n to the right-hand side. Okay? Because I want only the square roots on one side and all the other garbage on the other side. So let's have this. Many ways you can approach this. You have negative 5 minus n equals to negative 7 minus n. Agreed? I only brought the n over. Guys, gals, get rid of the square roots. Crystal, how do you get rid of the square roots? Square both sides. Look what I'm going to do. I square this whole entire thing. I square this whole entire thing. So on the on the left side, we know the negative is gone. You're just left with 5 minus n. because when you square a negative number, it'll always be positive. Okay, but look at on the right side. On the right side, some of you say, Miss Snow, what the heck is that squared? I'm going to write this out as two brackets right now. Minus n times minus 7 minus n. Go ahead, and I want you to FOIL the right side out right now. So let's FOIL this out. So if you did this correctly, you should have 49 plus 7n plus 7n plus n squared. Agreed? Because I'm just FOILing for you. Why don't we simplify it a bit more? 5 minus n equals to 49 plus 14n plus n squared. I'm going to rewrite things in a nice order because it's too messy right now. 5 minus n equals to n squared plus 14n plus 49. Guys, gals, what can I do with all this stuff on the left side? Drag it over to the right side and equate it to 0. So you have n squared plus 15n. So what I'm doing right now is I'm moving all these numbers to the right hand side. Because I move this minus n, this becomes a positive n. Then I move this 5, which becomes a minus. And this becomes plus 44. Agree? Equals to 0. How do you solve this? You can, when in doubt, F it out. Or complete the square. Or you can use quadratic formula. What's the easiest technique right now? Factor. So why don't we factor it now? 11 and 4 is correct. So you want n plus 11, n plus 4. But really, this is called factor. I'm not asking you to factor, I'm asking you to solve. So, Pawin, what's your answer then? Negative 11 and negative 4. You see, there's a difference between factoring and solving. Solving is an actual answer. Factoring is a brackets. Now, so some of you say, hey, Miss Snow, both of these numbers are less than 5. Highlight these answers, and you high-five your friend and say, hey, that wasn't too bad. But the problem is this. I'm going to take you to the next level now. This is your triple star, double star. 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 Always. We checked with our restriction and it works. So we're about to submit in our answer. But there's one more thing you got to worry about. Double check your answer by subbing it in back to the question. So what we're going to do is we're going to stub these answers back one by one. So write down your original question that I gave you, and we're going to just sub in these numbers and see if it works. So my original question was n minus 5 minus n equals to negative 7. Let's sub in negative 4, for example, case 1. Okay. I found two answers, negative 4. Plug in as negative 4 and see if you have negative 7. If you do, negative 4 works. So go ahead, take a minute, just plug it in. So I go negative 4 minus 5 minus negative 4. See, I'm just subbing in nice and slow. No need to rush it. So guys, gals, I want you to look at the radical stuff and just fix it, solve it here. So you have negative 4 minus 9. Solve the left-hand side. Square root of 9, we know it's going to be 3 for now. So minus 4 minus 3. Hey, does that equal to negative 7? Yep. So we're going to say this. We're going to say negative 4 works. -4 works. Done. I want you to do the exact same thing with -11. Case 2. And see if -11 works. You're going to sub in -11. I'm going to pause it and let you try on your. So when I sub it in, watch what happens. Go -5 minus -11. And I want to see if it equals to -7. If it equals to -7, life is good. -11 minus 16. -11 minus 4. Hey, if I do this, look what happens. It doesn't equal to -7. So we're going to write a few things down. -11 does not work. Even though we found an answer, it still doesn't work when you sub it in. So you're going to say reject -11. This is called an extraneous root. This is known. An extraneous root is an answer that does not work. This is known as an extraneous root. Extraneous root. Or an extraneous solution. Highlight this, please. On your exam, they ask you, what is the extraneous root? In this case, -11. So guys, your only answer, so when you write your final answer, just write down -4. Voila. Okay. -11 is a reject. If you don't reject on your test, I will reject your answer. Sorry? You have to write down the word physically reject. Otherwise, I wouldn't know which one. That's why. And they're going to ask you, so in this case, extraneous root, this is your extraneous root. -11 is an answer that does not work. That's what extraneous root means. One last question?
If they don't ask for the extraneous root, can you just put -4?
Yep. But you have to say, but when you work with this, right, you're going to have -4, -11. You're only going to circle -4. That's fine. Yep. Try this last one, and this is where we're going to end off our lesson for today. Like I said, if there is -3, give me 1 second, n minus 1 plus 7 equals to -14. Oh, sorry. Bad example. Oh, you're gonna hate me. Too easy. I don't want to make life too easy for you. M minus 2m plus 3 equals to 6. This is more like it. No, you had it already. Guys, gals, I'm going to give you a few minutes. So if you're working, I'm just going to move this m over to the right side. Because my goal is to get 1 square root on the left side. And a whack-a-load on the other side. Negative 2m plus 3 equals to 6 minus m. Okay, nothing too bad. I want to get rid of the square root. Hartaj, how do you get rid of the square root? I'm going to square both sides. If I square the left side, you know you'll get 2m plus 3. Exactly. No tricks. If you square the right side, again, if you need to, don't be shy. FOIL this out. I'm going to do this on the side over here. 6 minus m times 6 minus m. Okay, if you need to, just expand this out, take some time. So you have 36 minus 6m minus 6m plus m squared. I'm going to make it easier for you. M squared minus 12m plus 36. Guys and gals, I'm going to pause it right here again. Let you. If you realize I forgot to do one thing, and that's related to do the restrictions. So I'm going to take a minute and do my restrictions right now. 2m plus 3 is greater than or equal to 0. 2m greater than -3. My m my solution has to be greater than 3 over 2 negative. Nope. I only switch it when I divide by negative or multiply. See, I'm dividing by positive. I don't switch it. Okay. So now, I'm going to get all the m to one side and all that stuff. So we have m squared minus 14m plus 33. How do you get negative 14m? Because what I did was I moved the 2m to the right side. And when I move it to the right side, I minus 2m. Okay, so we're going to do this. If I look at this number, I'm going to look, and I'm going to just see right now if I can factor this. M minus 3, m minus 11. And a lot of you say, hey, Winston, this is easy. I have two answers. High five your friend, and you're going to walk away. The problem is, I always have to double check my solutions. So let's just check right now. Case 1. Case 1, I'm going to say m equals to 3. And just plug it in. Plug into my original question, and we're going to see if equals to 6. So you go 3 minus 2 times 3 plus 3, and we're going to see if that equals to 6. 3 minus 9. 3 minus 3. Hey, look at this. It doesn't equal to 6. So we're going to say this is a reject. Or I can say extraneous root. Whichever you want to say. I'm not going to waste my time, but I'm going to tell you that m equals to 11 works. I can do case 2. Case 2 works to save time. Yeah, there will be a time where they will not both work. In that case, you have no solution. This one works. But you should be able to double check your own by just subbing in. And my only answer, which is 11. They will, yeah, there's many scenarios. Guys, gals, that's all I'm going to do for today. And your last set of work, Page 300. Great movie. I love it. Number 1. No, number 1's too easy. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6 and 7. That's all we're going to do. That's it. For tomorrow, you will get a quiz on this sort of thing. So, gear up. Now, there will be some fractions there you may have trouble with, but I will show you how to do fractions tomorrow. So tomorrow you have a quiz on two things, dividing and solving for radicals. Is it that hard? No, not really.